The race to lead the federal Conservative Party will kick up a notch as the party caucus gathers in Halifax.
The Liberals are back all right. They're back in the red. And as predictable as the tides, to unleash uncontrollable spending with no end in sight. Yes.
Interim leader Ambrose kicked off the meeting with an attack on the Trudeau government's handling of the economy. The Tories will spend the next 2 days discussing how to square off against the Liberals once Parliament returns. CTV's Omar Sachedina is in Halifax. He's joining us now with more on the Conservative caucus meeting. Good morning to you, Omar. We want to talk about the agenda for the Conservatives and also the news last night that came out that Peter MacKay says he's not going to be running. Is that causing a bit of a stir there?
Well, I can tell you that that's the only question that the reporters have been asking as these members of the Conservative caucus came in this morning. You know, this was news that was, very interestingly timed. If you look at it, it was an interesting timing for this announcement just as this caucus was kicking off. But, you know, if you look at Peter MacKay's statement, this was a man who said that he did not want to distract from the party. And there was so much speculation, Marcia, that he would run. And he said he was not running because he's got a young family. He's now working, of course, at a law firm in Vancouver, and so he did not want to distract from this leadership race. The goal of this caucus meeting, which happens today and tomorrow, is obviously the House is back in session next week. It's essentially to set the agenda, to talk about the priorities of the party. They are, of course, official opposition now, and their job is to hold the government to task. So even after the election, we saw that the Conservative goal would be to hold the Liberals to account on issues of the economy, and you heard that from the interim leader this morning, Ambrose. She was talking about what she called overspending on the part of the Liberals. But, you know, there was equal opportunity at play. She also brought up the NDP and suggesting that Tom Mulcair, the NDP leader, was somehow MIA. And in her words, she said, "Where is Angry Tom? Where has he been this summer?" So obviously, it's a bit of a two-pronged attack. But the focus, as we mentioned, is about this leadership race. Now, we saw Kelly Leitch walk in. She has come under some criticism and obviously has got a lot of people talking about her because of this controversial proposal that she has come up with to screen Canadians for immigrants for anti-Canadian values. She has been very vague on this. One of the questions that has come up is, you know, when immigrants come into this country, if they are given some sort of questionnaire, they could, of course, lie. And I asked her, I said, you know, what are the practical applications of this? How would you make sure that it works? And she has been very vague on this. However, you know, if this does gain some traction with the caucus, then she feels she has a very good chance of winning. She's certainly not backing down from that proposal, despite the criticism. Other declared candidates have come out against this. They say it's not the way to go. Certainly after the last election, the Conservatives were criticized for being xenophobic, and there is a component of the party that does not want to go back to that. So, you know, there's a lot of work ahead. The first of the debates will be held in November. So, you know, the candidates do have to come out. We're also waiting on a couple of big names. Lisa Raitt, I spoke to her as she went in. She was mum on whether she'd be running or not. Andrew Scheer is another person who we may hear from in the next couple of days, and also Aaron O'Toole. We'll be seeing if he runs as well.
All right, you keep us posted if they give you a scoop, Anwar. We want it, or Omar rather. We want it first.
You'll be the first to know,
Okay,
Marcia, I promise.
Thank you so much, Omar. We'll talk to you later.